Live from the HEMI Hideout in Brookshire, Texas, this is the award-winning car talk show In Wheel Time. Coming up, we talk with some more guests here at today's open house. We'll also review our featured vehicle of the week, the 2021 Toyota Supra. We've got your weekly cruise-in calendar, plus this week in auto history and the stories making auto news headlines this week. That and more just ahead on today's In Wheel Time car show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday.
Cool.
We understand that we've got some internet issues thanks to Consolidated out here in the Brookshire area. And
it's almost more like constipated.
Our next guest is with Consolidated. Welcome.
Yeah. Bill Prokopic.
Correct.
Thank you.
Very good.
I know.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to see you.
Likewise, likewise.
And Bill is a big part here of the HEMI Hideout. And so, thank you. You were talking to Consolidated?
Yes, he was.
Good. David Easley, our chief engineer, is on site. Thank God he is on site because
He's out of sight.
He's out of sight. And as bad as Consolidated may be, we pop them up, and they're working their way around the
I'm out of Band-Aids. We Band-Aid a lot of stuff.
we can get a little signal out every once in a
I'm
while.
going to get my urologist on it.
Yeah, be sure to do that. And I know that you have an intimate relationship with your urologist.
Brandy is great.
Brandon.
Well, while we're here, let's talk about Bill's latest piece of artwork. Your oil fountain.
Yeah.
Is that gorgeous?
I'm privileged to be here for a piece like that.
From the 1920s.
It is. Premier manufacturer.
Did you ever think in a million years that you'd be doing what you're doing today?
Well, I always like to build
Yeah.
things like that. And everything that where I am. It's part of the world, number one. Yeah.
You know, John, came in this morning, John paid you, I would think is the ultimate compliment, and that fact that you are an artist. And I have seen your work, and I've seen your workshop. And I don't know if anybody can paint you. I'll pay you a higher compliment. Because, I mean, it takes a real artist to be able to do what you do. And I wish that I could do that. And it's truly, it's just a wonderful profession that you found, because that's not where you originally started.
No, well, sometimes.
You were a metal worker.
Right.
Yeah.
I worked on the metal floor in a fabrication facility for many years.
Yep.
Moved up all the way to management after 40 some odd years.
And that was the end of the road for you because you said, I don't want to do this.
Well, I'm still involved on the peripheral as, I source.
Consulting.
I source materials for a couple of companies in the Far East. So I purchase product, sheet plate, and bar and pipe, other things in the reactive metal line. Things like zirconium, niobium, tantalum, metals.
All things I can't spell.
All right.
I know.
These are all
Do not ingest.
metals that are used in real corrosive atmospheres and chemical plants. Really hadn't been involved in the oil industry to speak of, but it's more in the chemical processing direction. But yeah, well, sometimes you're only as good as the opportunities presented to you, Don. I'm sorry. So I've been fortunate to get some good ones here at the HEMI Hideout. You don't find projects like this that you can work on.
Did you ever think that you'd be working with porcelain?
Porcelain and glass, I never imagined that. No, sir. That I've self-taught there in those two areas.
Are they similar? Are glass and
Well, they
porcelain
are. They
kind of
basically
similar?
they are the same. Yeah, they are the same. It's all about the fact that it adheres to the metal, and that's wherein these signs stand up so long. You know, the signs, some of the porcelain signs, they're found in the earth, underground, in the soil.
And they've still
And
survived.
They're still in 100% intact. And what you see, for the most part, is the little flea bites around the edges,
Right.
where
The
you know
metal
a
has
sharp
corroded.
a sharp edge is not a good contact
Of course.
point.
Yep.
So you find that, and I always enjoyed antiques and collectibles and the history thereof.
Yep.
I enjoy researching. So it's a good fit all around. I'm happy.
But your researching goes beyond just learning about what it is. Your researching has reached into how to reproduce some of those techniques from the 20s, 30s, and 40s, so your restoration work can be
Well, when you're dealing with someone who do some work for other people as well, they do demand museum quality. Is probably what the term you're looking for. So it's got to be good, because that's what they're paying for.
You know, a year and a half ago when we saw you, you were telling us about one particular sign, that what I would refer to as the little bitty glass beads and like that Texaco.
Right.
And that is a certain kind of technology that dates way back. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that particular sign, those are flatback rhinestones in there. That's but the other technology that maybe we were talking about at that time had to do with the milk glass letters.
the
And
drop letter.
Yeah, and the forming thereof. Now, there's a couple of ways to do it. I basically researched the patent and found out how it was done in the 20s, and I kind of reverse engineered it to the point where I could do it without a substantial investment.
Right.
Because it's
Because that involved a kiln and all sorts of
vacuum forming,
Right.
pressure tank and all the rest of it. So I kind of switched it up a bit, and funny enough, I got it to work. And I've been selling letters across the United States.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and it's really something
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really stumbled into something really unbelievable.
But to do that, you have to build the mold.
Yeah.
And then from the mold, you have to build the font that's accurate to what they're looking for.
That's right.
The
right.
size of it.
Reversed.
So,
That's right.
you're making quite a collection of molds back there to be
Well,
able to do something like that.
As I progress with this and as time goes on, I've started to use some of the things available that modern technology offers, like 3D scanning, for example. That's become a really important part of this project.
Do you have a 3D scanner back there?
I do not, but I have.
You have friends.
I'm working with someone who has a 3D scanner and a 3D.
Contact my Mars.
Which I did formed in clay. I've now advanced to the point where I can get them 3D printed,
Really?
and that's crazy to me.
And the material that you can 3D print them is substantial enough to handle the heat process to drop the glass?
Actually, that's the preliminary step to that. The other process, that would be a step wherein you make a cast therefrom, a plaster cast, and then you move on through the other dies. But you get your basic shape, what you start off with.
How cool.
So I
And
was
that way, dimensionally, it's perfect
It's
for what you're trying to replace.
It's absolutely perfect. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that detail is phenomenal.
So what are you working on today?
Well, actually, today I've got the summer jobs projects for Mac Bulldogs. I don't know if you mentioned it to you.
He did mention the sign. So the Black Bulldog, is it a porcelain sign?
It's a porcelain sign. It's 11 feet tall, 13 feet long. So it's up on the sign of manufacturers of certain Reasonable. There's some touch-up. Really touch-up. It is good concern. It's going to take some. It's a big
It's the neon sign as well, so it's got
The neon that comes through the porcelain.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And have you gotten the neon done yet?
No, I have not. I've been in contact with the Mack Truck Museum.
Right.
And they're searching their archives for photos and possible color scheme. And there's no way really at this point knowing how the neon ran. Although you can basically figure it out, it's the outline. But when you get into the facial features, you really have to become inventive there and maybe experiment. So we're looking for information on that.
So with the sign itself, it wasn't on a pole when John walked. It was in some warehouse with no neon.
All pieces. It came in a package about 4x8 by, say, about 60 to 80 inches. So it's not it was disassembled. The can is gone, which is the front part. It's just the face.
Gotcha. So you have to build a can.
Is it inside?
Yes, sir.
So building.
Oh, yes.
There should be a field collection of photographs of what the sign looked like on the building. It might not have been that someone was taking a picture of the sign, but someone was taking a picture of the building.
Where is John going to display this?
Talking about John's idea is to remove the Mopar with the far back wall and the two little sides up there. We have to find a new home somewhere here first. It's going to go on that opposite.
That is cool, yeah.
That's what we're looking at to accomplish in the next months.
Now, have you done any of this new thing that he's got here? What is he called?
The flange signs.
Flange signs. These that are hanging on the poles that have a lip on the back of them.
You know, I haven't really done too many of those. What I worked on previous to this was some of my furniture. I've been building. I built a couple more pieces. And if you have time today, please come down and have a look at my last piece. But in any case, I've been working on that. And I've also started building some reproduction signs for resale.
Oh, cool.
You know, this hobby has become a rich man's sport. So the price of the signs is not something that's going to attract a lot of people. There's some out there, but not a lot.
And some of that's driven by the popularity, but also the publicity they've received.
That's right.
Through
television.
I'd say American Pickers and that stuff,
Yeah.
and they're out looking, and now everybody thinks their sign is worth that much more.
Well, it's worth as much as somebody's willing to
pay
pay for it,
yeah.
and it's gone haywire. It's through the roof. So
Punch them down there, would you? They're all deep into whatever it is that they're talking about. Mr. Mars?
Yes. We need some attention down here. No, I'm sure. Apparently.
Was the museum aware of the location of this sign, the Mack sign that you found?
that's what they're suspecting. Yeah.
So they were probably pretty excited to find that sign.
It's cool that it's a beautiful history. The reading. So it's close.
So do you have your own secretary and financial you need somebody to run the license, I'll raise money. I'll be more than happy to be your gal. Now, what kind of professionals do you have working with you? Just want to have that sense. That's right, you haven't been down to the shop.
Bill is a solo artist.
He's got a guy.
I eventually sold it. I kind of lost interest in setting up that, and it's just been easier and better for me to sub it out and get the finished product. There'd be a learning process there, and I just have too many other things I want to do, so I let that go. That's too much like production work for me, anyhow.
And
bending glass all day.
And isn't one of the things about what we call neon, but isn't the color and the gas are all different, even though it shows red or green or blue?
Right.
That's all driven by the gas that's inside the tube?
For the most part, it's either the gas, which is neon, or argon for the most part, and then the coating that's inside the tube. So some of the tubes are coated on the inside.
To deliver the color.
Yeah, you don't get the rich colors of yesteryear anymore because of the quality of glass.
Okay.
They removed the lead out of it and the gas they used, as well as the mercury content and so on and so forth. Things change over the years. So it's big. It's still going strong. Neon here in the Houston area. Some areas you can't get it, but there's a couple of.
And it's kind of gone away from Las Vegas and those great big elaborate neon signs.
Well, isn't there a
Well, it's because they got
burial
LED
ground?
and digital.
Yeah.
That gives them the opportunity for flexibility
true.
of what they display.
But isn't there also, they have like how they have old cars in lots and things. Isn't there like a graveyard for all that in Vegas?
Oh, yeah, there is.
That people can go buy the big stuff, the old.
Yeah, they have a big.
Have you been there? Or
No, I haven't. No, that's real big stuff. Yeah.
Where you can go see the old Stardust sign or the old Frontier sign or the Sands Hotel signs.
We need to do remote from there.
We need to do lots of remotes.
We do.
Especially with Consolidated. Don't we?
We do, yes, we do.
No.
He says no.
Consolidated. Yeah. Consolidated what? Manure?
Easy.
Oh, gosh. Careful.
Easy.
What?
What?
Careful.
Why?
We might want him as a show sponsor.
No, we don't. We certainly do not.
It'll be a slow sponsorship.
We'll do a remote from their office.
Yeah. Well, no, thanks. I'm good. Well, Bill, it's great to talk to you. Thank you so much for
My
joining
pleasure.
us. And
Thanks.
we'll have to stop by after the show and take a peep down there in the shop.
Yeah, come have a look.
Yeah, we'll.
And see your collection of toys.
Bring money.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Lots
well,
of it.
we're looking for some of that ourselves.
I owe the coffee booth $1, so.
$1. All right. All right. So Bill Prokopik, and he is the guy that restores and creates all of the signs that you see in
Artist and craftsman.
extraordinaire.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us here on the In Wheel Time Car Show. Time now for the Cruise In calendar. And this is kind of a big cruise in here at the HEMI Hideout, where we're coming to you today from, because there are a lot of folks that have cruised in over here during this open house. Mm-hmm. Some are people that are car people. Others are, since it's an open house,
Museum people.
Yeah, that have never really been here before and really don't know what to expect. And the interesting part, I've been watching a young teenage girl that apparently has never been here before. And to see the expression on her face, it's almost like 10 Christmases all together that she's looking at. And it's here and there and here and there.
And the more you wander around, the more you see here. Because, you're drawn to the neon and then you're drawn to the porcelain. You got to remember, they have some of the most beautiful now I'm
Give me
the dinosaur stuff. John's got a collection of
yes, he does,
of dinosaur fossils, as well as some of the
There's a great big one back there in the back. I don't know whether you saw that.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Well, let's do that.
And then the petrified wood. He's got this huge petrified wood table.
All right.
But, yeah, let's do the cruising. So the Audi Club Nationals is October 8th through the 11th up in Austin, Texas. Again, we're going to be in 2 weeks. We'll be at the Woody's 3rd Annual Waterfront Car Show at Topwater Grill in San Leon. And that's September 25th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. On October 9th, the New Caney High School Autotech Car Show and Fundraiser
that's cool.
is going to be at the New Caney High School parking lot.
That would make sense.
It's a $15 entry fee, and they're going to make custom trophies to give away. And this is Jonathan Couch, who we've had on the show before. Sure. He has changed high schools, and now he's out at New Caney. They make a beautiful trophy. So if you're
do they have a metal shop?
They have a metal shop.
Well, yeah, it would make sense. I mean, auto shop too. And are any of the students participating in the car show?
Yep.
You think?
Oh,
okay.
yeah, of course. And then Saturday, October 16th, is the Mustang Club of Houston's Fall Open Car Show, and that's going to be at Planet Ford on I-45. And again, that's October 16th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. October 30th is the 13th Annual Halloween Car Show. And that's at 415 Barron Springs Drive in Houston. Starts at 8 a.m.
Cool. Very nice. All right. Let's do the car review, shall we?
We shall.
I had a chance recently to drive the 2021 Toyota Supra. And it's so funny because I drive all these new cars all the time. And there are some that I'll get the thumbs up or somebody honk the horn or wave or what was it that I had? It was the Ram pickup truck, the TRX.
Yeah,
I'm driving down the freeway and I have some guy who's tailgating me and coming around the side of me, and I'm thinking, why? What is it? What's the deal?
He wants to see your truck.
He wants to see the truck. He rolls down the window and gives me the thumbs up and a big smile, and I think, is he going to shoot me? No, it wasn't any of that. This is more along the lines of, hey, man, I want that truck. I appreciate that truck, that kind of thing. So I experienced the same thing in this Toyota Supra. I didn't know. What do I know? And I have to tell you, it was a fun drive, but it is a car that is designed for the car enthusiast, mainly those that have the wherewithal to be able to buy it and then to actually enjoy the car for what it is.
Sports car.
This is a race car for the street, and it rides like a race car for the street. It's stiff, to say the least.
Yours was a GR, wasn't it?
It was a GR. So it does come in the GR 2.0T, and it also has a GR 3.0T. The 3.0 is a V6, and I'll get to that in a minute. I had the 2.0T. It is a two-seater, and it is a hot rod. Seats two passengers, clearly, the driver and next door. And exterior changes from last model year, obviously none. It's brand new. Exterior features, sexy, swoopy body, long hood, short rear deck. This is a hot rod. Lots of fake ducting, which was kind of disappointing. I thought, well, the ducting's going to work. Now, it looks good, but it doesn't really have
functional.
It's not functional. Swoopy sculpting over the oversized rear haunches. Small trunk opening, because that's not what it's really all about. This is a front engine car. What I liked about it was the fact that every 20-year-old, I think, in town would really like its racer styling. What could use improvement? Nothing. Interior highlights, straightforward dash design, which is really attractive to me in a race car, because we don't need to have a lot.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Touch screen atop the dash in the center. Alcantara seat inserts keeps your butt stuck to the seat. Faux carbon fiber console surround is a nice touch. I like that a lot. Console lid contains cup holders. That could be a problem if you have long arms and elbows into whatever it is that you're drinking. But if you're actually racing, you're not going to be drinking at the same time. Let's see. I just like the race-inspired interior. It's really cool. It has a 2.0-liter turbocharged four-banger that cranks out 255 horsepower.
Not bad at all.
The 3-liter that I mentioned earlier comes with 382 horsepower.
Wow.
But that is an inline six. You had earlier said it was a V6.
And it doesn't weigh that
inline
much.
six.
That's
it's a
correct.
very lightweight car.
And the torque on the four-cylinder is 295 pound-feet. 8-speed automatic transmission. It gets 25 miles per gallon in the city, 32 on the highway for a combined of 28. Grandpa here, got 33.8 miles per gallon over 367 miles.
It's pretty awesome for a sports car.
Well, I don't really hammer the cars. I mean, I got on it a couple of times just to see what it would do. It loves RPM.
I was going to say that little Turbo 4 is probably a pretty high winding.
Yes, it is. And I think that the red line on it was 6,500 RPM.
And that's where the power band is.
That's exactly right. It's all in the high end. And so, if you really want to get going, you need to wind it up. Ride and handling, it's got a very, very short wheelbase. And it gives the car a go-kart feel, but it also has a very stiff suspension. So you really do feel like you're in a go-kart that doesn't have a suspension.
It's not about ride quality. It's about performance.
And the cabin is tight. It is a small little sports car that has a lot of BMW roots.
Yep. Well, and that's because it's a shared vehicle, not vehicle, but it's a BMW built the platform for Toyota.
And they did a good job, I have to say. Competitors to this vehicle is the Lexus RC. Now, did I give you the price? So the base trim price on it is a $42,990 value. As tested, it was $48,000.
So that's not bad at all.
$40.
Sub 50?
Base model price is $42,990. Okay, so here are the competitors. The Lexus RC is $43,145. The Camaro, $43,695. Or the Infiniti Q60, these are all two doors. Not necessarily the two-seater, but they're close in price. The Infiniti Q60 is $44,675. So they're all kind of in the ballpark.
Range.
Yeah. And those are the competitors to it. But it was a
and
fun.
See, to me, the competitor to that would be more Corvette.
But the Corvette is not priced in
No,
that
Corvette's
thing.
way in
Right.
the 50s.
And not only that, but horsepower, it doesn't compare. I mean, even the six-cylinder is 382 horsepower. Corvette's got a little bit more than that.
A whole bunch more.
Yeah. So, at any rate, so that is my review of the 2021 Toyota Supra. Liked it. Fun car. If you get a chance to get in one and go for a ride, do it. And if you're really interested in it, go buy one. The In Wheel Time Car Show continues, and it streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts are available from your favorite podcast source. In Wheel Time Car Show is back right after this quick break. When you're ready to shop Chevrolet, we know one that should be at the top of your list. Bayway. Locally owned by Houston-born and raised Daryl Wisniewski, Bayway brings a sense of family to your Chevrolet buying experience. When you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, you now have a place to go. General Manager Lincoln Stahl guarantees Bayway will beat any competitor's written price on the new vehicle you choose or pay you $1,000. Bayway Chevrolet is located only 8 minutes from the Beltway and Highway 288. Whether it's online or in person, you'll be welcomed like one of the family. BaywayChevrolet.com. Tailpipes and Tacos, Houston's premier monthly cruise-in, returns Saturday, September 18th at the Southwest Freeway Kirby location of Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex. Tailpipes and Tacos is free and you're invited. Collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods will all be on display. If you're a Katy cruiser, make it a road trip, meet new friends, and see some different cruisers at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex restaurant inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. This is Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, inside the Loop at the Loopy Tortilla on the Southwest Freeway in Kirby, where you'll see the In Wheel Time Car Show. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise-in, September 18th, 8 to 11 a.m., weather permitting. The next Katy Tailpipes and Tacos will be announced soon. We hope to see you next weekend at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex on the Southwest Freeway at Kirby. Be there. Gulf Coast Auto Shield has moved to a more convenient location. Now you can visit John Gray and his staff of dedicated professionals at their new shop on the South Sam Houston Parkway between Belford and Airport in Southwest Houston. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is the best at paint correction and ceramic coatings. Clear bras and custom wraps are specialties that only Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs with award-winning accuracy, and all their services come with a warranty. Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Porsche, and Ferrari owners depend on Gulf Coast Auto Shield for their specialty services, and you should too. The in-wheel time Corvette and Cutlass have both been massaged by Gulf Coast Auto Shield, so isn't it time your vehicle visit their new shop in Southwest Houston? Call John Gray today at 832-930-5655 or visit online at gcautoshield.com. That's gcautoshield.com. Paint, coatings, wraps, and more at gcautoshield.com.